Hello, and thank you for your time. Today, I'll be speaking to you about internet dating. Nowadays, there are many ways to communicate, and the internet has really grown up. But still, for many, the idea of going out to bars or clubs and trying to meet their mate is a daunting task. Thankfully, the internet has helped tame this task quite a bit over the years. Almost from the beginning of the internet, this form of communication has been used in the dating game. Originally, many people thought that only losers or nerds used the internet for dating. However, now people live with busy schedules and are working longer hours, which means less time to meet new people. It has become more difficult to meet a mate in the conventional way. Internet dating has also made searching for your next mate a much more economical process. You don't have to spend a lot of money meeting people you will never speak to again. You can farm through the profiles of many dating sites and narrow down your prospects much more quickly and easily than meeting in a bar or a club. There are two basic websites. First, there are pay sites like Match.com or eHarmony. These companies both give personality tests to try and match you up with a compatible mate. You can post a profile for free, however, you must pay a fee to communicate with potential matches. Your second choice for dating sites are free sites. One very popular site is called plentyoffish.com. You pay nothing to post a profile or to communicate with potential matches. The basic difference between pay sites and free sites is this. Pay sites are better filtered than free sites. And when I say better filtered, you're able to filter who actually sees you. Free sites usually allow anyone to see your profile. They don't even need to have an account. Neither guarantees that you're going to like who you meet. But when it comes to either, if the site provides a personality test, you're more likely to find that one person that's going to match your personality better than anyone else. Internet dating is very simple. It's easy to use and very economical, especially the free sites. For instance, take the free site plentyoffish.com. When you first visit the site, you'll need to create a profile. Post a couple of pictures and come up with a catchy tagline that will create an interest in you. Then, search the profiles and begin communicating. After that, you're off fishing. Here's some quick tips about internet dating. Your profile should be well written. Have some depth. You don't want to spill your guts, but you should tell people what your general hobbies and interests are. Keep it interesting, but remain short. After all, it is the internet, and you don't want to share too much personal information. Also, use pictures that accurately show who you are. The more honest and upfront you are about your looks and your personality, the more easily you will find a match. A big benefit to internet dating is that you can remain fairly anonymous. Your profile doesn't have to include your real name or any personal information that can lead to any unwanted people showing up at your doorstep. Internet dating is simple, safe, and effective. There is one other form of internet dating, and that is using social networking websites. Sites like Facebook and MySpace are regularly used for dating. There's a lot less anonymity with social networking sites. However, you can still filter out who communicates with you. Social networking sites have much larger amounts of participants. Everybody that I know personally actually has an account with either Facebook or MySpace or Twitter. However, not all of them are necessarily looking to date. So what happens with social networking sites is you have to sift through a lot more rejection than you would on a dating site. It's kind of self-explanatory, right? You're on a dating site to date. You're on a social networking site to say hi to people. Not necessarily, hi, let's go on a date. They are basic as far as their setup. You do post a profile, talk a little bit about yourself, and if you want to date on a social networking site, you join dating groups. That narrows down the search a little bit, but the search is still pretty vast on them because there's so many members. Social networking sites mean more time in front of the computer finding a match than actual time out dating. And for me, I'd rather be out meeting Mrs. Right or Ms. Right than be sitting in front of the computer. As far as my own personal experience with internet dating, I've been on and off internet dating sites for a couple of years now. I've met some good people, I've met some bad. I've met a few good women off of both pay sites and free sites. But when it came to social networking, I've never really gotten into it. I think that is just too vast of a network to work on. When it comes to dating sites, there are a couple of things that I do like. I like the privacy of dating sites, and that I can look through a lot of profiles and email the women I'm interested in. The sites are easy, and generally the people are nice. However, I have to admit, not all of my experiences are positive. I have met women I thought were very attractive, with terrific personalities, only to feel the cold breeze of rejection a day or two later. I met a couple of women who, well, may have been a bit too intense for me. Maybe a better word for intense would be crazy. Uh, they just weren't my match. And I have met a couple of women who, well, don't really look like they did in that first picture they sent in person. So, you take the good with the bad. However, I am optimistic about meeting the right woman one day, no matter if it's using the internet or meeting them in a grocery store. With a busy schedule between school, work, and socializing, the internet has helped me meet a lot of good people. I'm not ready to give it up, and I'm sure I will meet someone to settle down with someday. I want to take a moment and thank you for your time, and I hope that this information has been helpful to you. Thank you, and have a terrific day.